Hey everyone, today on Feathers Off-Road we took the Talon up on some trails in American Fork Canyon in Utah. I've never had a side-by-side up here before, so this was definitely an exploration day for us. There were 3 to 4 different legs which we explored. The very first one was Shaffer Trail, which looks like it ends up at a lake, but we turned and went over this very first river crossing. So we're going up after this river crossing. We're thinking, yeah, this is nice. It's getting a little tight. We're just kind of cruising through the trees, went through a nice river. There's nobody up here. And then we kind of turned this corner. We get the first trail sign. There was a sign back there further somewhere that was saying this was maintained by the Jeep Club, which you see a lot of that in Moab. And it's like, well, okay, why is the Jeep Club maintaining this trail? And we got to about here and it was like, well, yeah, these are some pretty big boulders. I didn't get a lot of footage going up because I was driving it, but my wife was gracious enough on the way back to not ride in the machine and film me coming down. So this was kind of the reverse line, but of the same area right at the beginning of the trail. These tires, these are those Tusk Terabytes 3215, and that extra couple inches of ground clearance really made it through here. I mean, I've got a couple videos of us driving around at Moab, and it was very noticeable this year versus last when we didn't have the 32s and we just had the stock 28s. So we get out of that first 1 or 2 rocky sections, boulder sections, and then it kind of turned into a nicer trail, but I was quickly losing support from my car occupants, and it wasn't much further than that before they wanted to come back down. So here again is a video of me coming down when she didn't want to ride with me again. So these are all kind of, there's I guess 1, 2, 3 sections of bigger boulders going up, and we got through there okay. I think if I'd have been alone or maybe a guy's trip kind of a thing, I think we would have easily made it up to the lake, but like I said, I was losing fans. The second leg starts to climb up out of American Fork Canyon and actually heads over into Midway, Utah, or Heber, Utah. So number 2, kind of this lower right on this map, you go through a number of switchbacks. It starts to open up, and you can really see pretty far on both sides, down towards Stable Fork or out towards Midway. So this is kind of the summit looking out towards Heber. We actually didn't go all the way down the other side. We wanted to turn around and go check out the Mineral Basin Trail. But again, we were getting into some pretty rocky stuff, and I was losing a lot of fans again. So we saw some butterflies on that trail. We saw a bunch of deer, actually, but we didn't get too far on the Mineral Basin Trail. We turned around and went to the Ellen Gulch Trail, which is number 3 here pictured, kind of up and to the left. And this one we did go all the way. There's a tiny little section right at the top that we didn't do, and I think there's a cabin or a shack up there or something like that. I've seen people take pictures up there, and I think we just barely missed the turn, and it had been a long day, so we'll have to go find the cabin on another day. But this trail, again, we were here midweek, kind of in the morning, and there was nobody on this trail, so I don't know if this gets super popular on the weekend. But again, as you climb in elevation on this guy, it does get pretty rocky. We even got a couple of the wheels off the ground going up. Again, my wife graciously got out to film rather than ride with us. Anyway, up here is where the actual motor vehicle use map trail ends from the Forest Service. Somewhere right after this turn, there's another little river crossing there in the trees, but it climbs another 50 feet, something like that. And we stopped and had lunch. There are some switchbacks that actually go all the way to the top they're not marked on the forest use map. We didn't go up further. Like I said, it'd been a long day anyway, but this was a fun place, and there's a ton of other trails that we didn't explore. So hope you enjoyed the video, and until we get up here again next time, enjoy the ride.